Hello everyone, Mege here, and today I'm going to be talking about the discussion of the new characters coming in Season 5, all the new reworks for the Conqueror, Kensei, Berserker, Highlander, and of course the Nobushi.
I'm having some gameplay I played against Spliced in the background, so you don't get bored while I talk, and even after I'm done talking the gameplay will go on. However, sadly, as you can probably see or rather hear, some audio settings fucked up, so I have no audio for the gameplay. I'm just gonna add some music to it once I'm done talking about the changes which are going to come today, or actually probably by the time I'm uploading this video I've already hit the live servers. First of all, let's talk about the new parry changes. Of course, as you know, you don't get a guard break anymore for parrying. I think these are great changes. I talked about this even back in the PDS, that I was always eager to remove the guard break from parries, which slowed down the gameplay and also made parries way too strong in general and way too rewarding. Like getting an heavy parry granting you a guard break was something I don't think should have been in the game. These changes makes for a much more offensive oriented game, and while I'm not sure if it's enough to fix the defensive meta, it's still a big step in the right direction. What I'm mostly concerned about is light parry still giving quite the reward for a defensive action, and while it's pretty hard to light parry some of the cast light attacks, for example Peacekeeper or Shaman, at the same time, like slower characters, for example Warden, who doesn't have that many options, or Orochi, or even Elanders here, whose lights are pretty slow, when their lights get parried, it's going to hurt a lot. What I would personally look into adding is some sort of guard health, guard defense different among characters. So for example, characters such as Peacekeeper, who blocks with their little daggers, or Shaman, would either take more chip damage or even add some sort of guard health where your guard gets broken after a while of blocking, and of course these heroes would have a lower guard health compared to, I don't know, Conqueror or Highlander. But anyway, that's just theory crafting. At the moment I'm very happy with the changes, with this big step the developers took, and I'm eager to see how it will play out. Let's now move into more specific reworks for the various heroes, starting with Highlander. I personally love the Highlander's changes and I really think they are spot on. It now works much better both under a gameplay standpoint and a thematically standpoint, mainly thanks to the increase in damage on his heavies. It was always disappointing to use a flaming offensive stance unblockable heavy and not get that much damage. Now Highlander is pretty much hitting like a truck, and it's going to be much more interesting and fun and rewarding to use him. If there is one thing I'm worried about, is very fast attacks kind of shutting up his kit completely when he goes into offensive stance, but we'll see how that plays out. Moving on to Kensei, his rework was long overdue, but it didn't disappoint. Just like Highlander, I think the rework is very spot on and his new kit works very well. A couple of things that people are concerned about with this rework is the new pommel attack and the zone attack. Pommel Bash, while very good, does have pretty poor range, so it can be spaced out properly, and also is beaten by dodge attacks. At the same time, while the move itself is pretty fast, it must be cancelled from the first top light in a chain, so when you see Kensei go for a top light, you know the Pommel Bash might be coming. I think it's a very important move for opponent to just refuse to do anything but block all day. The zone on the other hand is very strong, and I'm not sure it was needed. I'm glad Kensei has got another fast opener beside his top light, but I'm not sure it works very well with his identity. I would also maybe go for a slight stamina buff so he can go for more mix-ups. Let's now move to Conqueror, who I think is the most problematic of the bunch. His new tools are very fun and cool to play with. Shield Uppercut does beat dodges, and the full block into the heavy unblockable feels very good, and I really think that's the best part of his work. I do feel that Shield Uppercut and Heavy Shield Bash are not rewarding enough considering how slow they are. I might be fine with Shield Uppercut since it's kind of a read move, only granting a light attack, but the regular Heavy Bash is so slow and so easy to dodge that making it only grant a light attack while it's like it gives the opponent such a big reward with a guard break. If they dodge it, simply dodge it, which is very easy to do. I don't think the move is in a good spot right now. Couple this with the fact that the Conqueror regular Shield Bash has been buffed and is now pretty much the same speed as Warlord's Headbutt, and you will see that sadly Conqueror will kind of rely on regular Shield Bash still a lot. I can't say I'm very happy about this. I will personally revert that very change about the light Shield Bash. I think it's kind of too fast at the moment and overshadows the rest of his kit. Keep in mind though that these are kind of early impressions still, since I haven't played the early access that much, so of course they are prone to change in the future. For example, I also know that the regular Shield Bash on Conqueror has been given an increased lag after whiffing it, so it should be more punishable. I'm not sure how and how many heroes can do it still, but we'll see about that. About Berserker and Nobushi, I don't have much experience with the heroes, I never played them, so what I'm going to say is mostly based on people using them against me. I think the Berserker changes are great, it really feels like a real Berserker now, attacking non-stop like a crazy madman, and the high super armor really helps him with that. I've had a lot of issues facing Berserkers who are actually unpredictable and not obvious with their mix-ups. And I think that adding unblockables to his kit was perfect, considering his main weakness has always been people just blocking everything he throws at you. So now he has some moves to actually force a reaction. And about Nobushi, the main change of course is the reduced damage on the zone and the increased speed on the kick. And for the first, I'm glad it happened. I think that zone was, considering the speed and the range on the thing, way too stupid, kind of ruining 4v4 even with their presence sometimes. As far as the kick, I guess it's going to feel a little unfair probably, considering there is the guard switch stage, wait, let me order that correctly. Guard stance switch delay on dodges, so basically, in case you don't know, this is live and this is going to be still happening in the patch. If you change your guard and then try to dodge, you cannot dodge until your guard switch has finished its animation, so this makes dodging Nobushi kick very hard. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. Keep in mind that all of these impressions are, as I said, early impressions. Things might and likely will change, especially with the, let's hope, the eventually re-adding of the lag compensation, so something akin to time snap, which should make the game easier to react to in general. So we will see how the game will play out after that. There's going to be a major change in the game flow. I'll leave you now to the audioless, sadly, gameplay of Mege and Spliced. I hope you enjoyed the video and I will see you all next time. That was beautiful. Beautiful, man. I'm so
Let's
using
go.
this.